Hello, Owl fans, and welcome to this special TUTV pregame report here at the Palestra on College Game Day alongside Chase Sr. I'm Beccah Hendrickson. Now, Chase, we're a few hours before tip-off, but it's Temple versus LaSalle. Yep. Things are already heating up inside. Yeah, I mean, Big Five matchups are just always a thriller, and it's going to be the same intense atmosphere inside that you would see at the Liacouras Center, Tom Gola Arena at LaSalle, but it's going to be magnified by almost double. I mean, we're a couple hours till tip-off right now, and it's packed inside. It's really loud. It's rocking. Music's blaring. Temple fans are doing their chant. LaSalle fans are doing their chant, and this game has just been hyped up for so long. ESPN College Game Day, a bunch of national media is here, and it's really unique because yesterday we're talking with Reese Davis and Digger Phelps, who are going to be on the College Game Day set at 10 o'clock, and they're talking about how special the Palestra is. And Digger Phelps coached here at Penn as an assistant in the late 60s when they made it to the Final Four against Michigan State, and he was talking about how special the Palestra is to Philadelphia college basketball and basketball as a whole. And Reese Davis, who is a guy who's never been here before, said he walked in here and was just amazed from the start because you can just feel the intensity and the tradition inside of the Palestra. It's the holy grail of college basketball, and there's no better place to have a classic rivalry than the Palestra here in Philadelphia. Right, and no coach has more wins at the Palestra than Fran Dunphy. He started at Penn here in Philadelphia. Now he's at Temple. He's looking to rebound this Temple team from kind of a rough start in the American, taking a break from conference play for this big rivalry. What do you think some keys to the game for the Owls are? Well, LaSalle, after a little bit of a bumpy start, they started the season 6-6. Last year they made it to the Sweet 16. They had a little bit of a rough start to the season. Things started slow. They weren't consistent, but in the last 4 games, they have eclipsed 70 points in each of those 4 wins. They're led by a dynamic backcourt in Tyreek Duren and Ty Garland, and they also have a really talented front court with Steve Zak and Jarrell Wright. Both of those big men can extend 10 to 15 feet, shoot from the outside, and Duren and Garland are just fantastic guards. Dalton Pepper, Quentin DeCozy, Will Cummings, if he does play, and Josh Brown, they're going to have their hands full with those 2 guards. And then Anthony Lee and probably Mark Williams. We know Temple has a little bit of a thin front court with Daniel Dingle out for the season with that torn MCL. They're going to have a tough time against guys like Steve Zak and Jarrell Wright and Tyreek Duren and Ty Garland because they are really good players. Steve Zak is averaging just under a double-double, and Jarrell Wright before the season, he was picked to be one of the better players in the city, and thus far this season he's been just that. Right, and that Steve Zak and Anthony Lee matchup's going to be really interesting. You've got the top rebounder in the A10 in Steve Zak. You've got the top rebounder in the American in Anthony Lee, so that'll be a good matchup. As far as Will Cummings is concerned right now, as of Thursday at practice, he was not practicing. Talked to him after. We said, how are you feeling today? You're going to be playing on Saturday? And he said, well, I woke up without a headache, so that's a good start. But he'll definitely be a key component as far as to the Owls' success today, whether or not he can play. Yeah, and one more thing. If Temple's able to win this game, it has huge implications for the rest of the season. I talked to Quentin DeCozy at practice on Thursday, and he said if we can win this game, it can change the whole season around because right now is the exact midway point of the 2013-2014 season. Temple has lost 5 straight games. They're facing a really hot LaSalle team on national TV. ESPN College Game Day is here, and if Temple is able to win this team, we all know their confidence is really down right now. They've held a lead in the second half of every single game this year, but they only have 5 wins to show for it. They're able to beat LaSalle, a really hot team at the Palestra in front of a packed house. It's going to be rowdy. That can be a huge statement victory for the Temple Owls today. And the Owls have been in every game so far this season. We'll have to see if they can pull out a win on College Game Day on national TV over LaSalle. For Chase Sr., I'm Beccah Hendrickson. We'll see you at tip-off.